then she also wants to know, are you looking into red velvet? We hear lots of people are wanting red velvet right now.
Red velvet. Hey, you never know. That could be a fun holiday one too. Red velvet's kind of like a fun. Yeah, we could look into it. I've always though heard about red velvet that it's like a chocolate flavor with red food coloring. So that's why I was like, what would be that flavor profile?
It's
right?
got like a deeper chocolate flavor. Yeah, it's like richer than a regular chocolate. Yeah.
We could do it. I would do a red velvet hot cocoa. Like, wouldn't that be amazing?
Yeah. That'd be really good.
Guess what, guys?
We're not doctors.
No, we are not.
If you're going to be making any major medical decisions, please consult your doctor.
Yes, and that includes diets, exercise, medications, and surgery.
We love you guys.
And we want you to be in our OSLP family forever.
So be careful
and consult
your doctors.
Guys, we are on the last month before the big event, JBY 2025.
So excited.
And we just want to take a moment to thank our sponsors, because without them, this show would not be happening, like at all. At all.
So we want to give some love out. Definitely to our sponsors, and ProCare is number one. They are responsible for making sure we have the venue and those beautiful trophies that are going to be going out to everyone.
We can't do a show without those trophies.
That's right.
And then we want to thank SABP Surgical Associates of Bayonet Point. They have been a supporter of ours since the very beginning, and you can thank them for the free live stream for all you people at home,
which is super exciting. And then you can think Pop Recovery Systems. Actually, right now, while you're watching this, if this is still March time, you can enter in to be part of the Love Yourself sponsorship. So they're giving that away, and the winner's going to be announced at the show, guys. So we definitely want you there, because they're helping other people get their plastic surgeries and making sure they're taken care of after bariatric surgery. So definitely a big shout out to Pop.
Yes. And then, of course, we have to thank First Form, who is giving us access to their amazing, amazing gym. They are one of the top 4 gyms in the country, and they have let us take it over for the morning. So we definitely want to thank them.
Oh, yeah. I can't wait to go to the gym and take all the photos.
Yep.
And then we have Bariatric Pal. They are literally creating the swag bag. We've actually saw mock-ups already. They're beautiful, and it's such a nice thing that they're coming in. They're going to give us samples and everything so you can try it, because Bariatric Pal is actually a store. So thank you so much for being a part of JBY this year.
Yes. And then also with the swag bag, we want to thank Bariatric Hair and Skincare, which is JoJo B. We all know her. We all love her. Her products are out of this world, and she is putting her stuff in the swag bag. So look forward to that.
Yes, and we also have Busy Bariatrics, which is one of our own, Mr. Rob DeMedio, and he started his own coaching. He's also a bariatric patient, and he's helping out with the wellness morning. He's going to be a personal trainer there, and he helped out with getting the First Form gym for us too. So.
Yes, and then last but not least, we have findabariatrictherapist.com. You guys know we preach therapy all the time, and one of the hardest things is finding a bariatric therapist. And Ashlyn Douglas Barnes, she made it super easy. So you go onto the website, you can filter by a lot of different things, and it'll actually spit out your options for finding a bariatric therapist. So we couldn't have a bariatric journey without her.
Exactly.
Or the wellness morning.
Right. And if you notice, all these people have something to do with our journey, whether it's vitamins, whether it's your hair, whether it's your body. They all play a good part of our journey. So thank you to all of them. And we want you to get your tickets, guys. It's on April 12th, 2025 at St. Louis at the Hawthorne Theater. Go to jbyawards.com to get your tickets, because they are selling out fast.
Yes. And remember, we are better together. So show up for our community on April 12th in St. Louis. Welcome back, OSLP family! Welcome back, OSLP family.
Welcome, welcome.
You are listening to our Sleep Life podcast, and this is Kelly.
This is Mel.
And we got the owner of one of our favorite products on the market.
That's
well,
right.
several of her products.
Yeah.
She also has a podcast. She's a mom. She's an amazing businesswoman. And we just love her to pieces. We've actually been in her house,
Yes,
which
have.
is incredible. But let's welcome on Dana from Devotion.
Hi, ladies.
Hello.
Thank you for coming on.
Yeah.
This is going to be fun because I know everyone's talking right now about your Hydroflexes. Like that's like the biggest thing right now for
Yep.
Yeah, the new we have the 4 original, and now we just launched 4 more flavors, and I'm sitting here drinking my Rocket Pop right now, trying to stay hydrated. But yeah, we've been known for helping people hit their protein goals in yummy ways, and then the Hydroflex actually I trademarketed, or I came up with the name Hydroflex in like 2000, I think 16. I mean, years ago, always wanted, I hate plain water. And I've always wanted to do my own water flavor. And so I came up with the name Hydroflex because years ago we had the flex flavors. And I was like, oh, like that'll be for your food. Hydroflex will be for water. And then I just didn't get around to doing it. And even though I was playing around with it and I was flavoring my water with the flavors, we didn't launch Hydroflex until 2024. I mean, and I've had that name trademarked for years. So like it's been a long time coming, and I'm so happy with how they all came out. Like people are loving, we've 8 flavors right now, and all 8 of them sell. Like people love them.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I mean, my favorite's the Rocket Pop, hands down. Second would be Margarita. So one from the original, one from the new.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah. So we first tried them back, it was last year at the Beautiful Minds Retreat in Florida.
Yep.
And I was blown away.
Yeah.
Like seriously blown away to the fact that they weren't salty.
Right.
They didn't taste like I was drinking chlorinated water, which was amazing. And then the flavors were so like layered.
Yeah.
Like that's the other thing that I like. And I've been kind of loving that lately of like adding syrups and things like that to my proffies so that I get like a very layered flavor. So I like that about the Hydroflexes because you're like, oh, it's like cherry. Oh, and then it's like this. Oh, and then it's like this.
And you get what they say, like party punch tastes like Hawaiian punch.
Yeah.
Pina colada tastes like a pina colada. Margarita tastes like you're drinking a margarita. Like they're very true to their name.
Yes.
And I think that it was the most important thing to do because I know for me, I mean, look, I'm from the flavor industry. My family makes flavors, for 3 generations. It's very disappointing to buy a product and it's called something, and then you have these expectations in your head of like how it should taste, because we all have things that like we compare to, like if you're like, we have an orange cream swirl, and if you're comparing that to a creamsicle, it's like you already have this in your head, like Hawaiian punch, a party punch, a margarita. You know what a margarita tastes like. So to pour a margarita, then a flavor that's called margarita into your shaker bottle, add water and drink it, you've already got this like expectation of what margarita should taste like. So I was adamant, like we have to nail these flavors, because if people are going to use these as like what you guys said, you had them first as a mocktail at a party that we were all at. Yep. And we made frozen pina coladas, or we made these like pina colada drinks. People were like coming up to me being like, oh my God, this tastes like I'm drinking a pina colada. Or like this tastes like a margarita.
Yep.
And then they're like, wait, there's no sugar. This is hydrating. There are vitamins. There's vitamin C. There's all the B vitamins. There's 3 grams of fiber. It's like, okay, wait. So now I'm actually drinking something that tastes like a margarita or a pina colada. And I'm also getting vitamins. I'm staying hydrated, and I'm not waking up hungover the next day. So it's like a win for everyone.
It was a win. Totally.
Yeah. Well, because no one like,
we love ProCare. You guys know this. And guess what? They have a brand new product out, and it tastes like an orange Tic Tac.
That's right. I have got it in my hot little hands right now. It's their easy to swallow tablet in Citrus Grove. And both of us have fully switched over to it.
We had to because it's easy to swallow, doesn't stick, and it has 45 milligrams of iron. And we both need that.
Yes, we do. So go to procarenow.com to take care of all your bariatric body needs. Full 15% off. So use code OSLP at checkout.
Wow, with Built Bar, I get marshmallows, chocolate, and cookie chunks.
That's right. We are all hashtag Team Puff.
That's right. We're all about that puff game over here because we get protein with it too. This is incredible.
Every single flavor they come up with, even the sour gummy ones, are freaking chef's kiss. They are so good.
Yes, guys. So go over to BuiltBar.com, use OSLP, you'll get your discount, and then you're going to have a delicious protein bar. Team Puff?
I only use a few products, and one of the products that I absolutely have fallen in love with is American Dream Nut Butter. I love how many flavors they have. I love that it's got protein. I love that it's got healthy fats for me. And I absolutely love that I don't feel guilty when I have that for a sweet treat at the end of the night. So if you are looking for a really tasty nut butter, click the link below and go look at all their millions of flavors because they've got them all. Okay, you guys know at this point we have tried over 1 million protein bars.
1 million?
Okay, so maybe I'm being a little dramatic, but it feels like it some days.
Yeah.
So, but consistently from the beginning of the podcast, we've always loved this protein bar.
Freaking dive bar, guys. Like, they are so soft and they're so delicious. I just have to have one.
Yes, they've got great protein in them, and they have as much caffeine as equal to 1 cup of coffee.
And
so, yeah.
That's
Sign
exciting
me up.
because guess what? I don't drink coffee. So when I have this, oh, I'm awake and ready for the day.
Energy. Plus, they always have some version of lemon, and I just love it.
And they have always.
I'm here for
And
it.
guess what? S'mores. And you can put these in the air fryer. They're actually more delicious in there.
So good. So good.
So guys, go get these as soon as you can. We do have a code for you. It's OSLP. So go use that and get your discount. You know, when you're drinking a mocktail, it's nice because like no one says anything. You still have a drink in your hand. And
Right.
I was really down with the pina colada. So yeah, I'm the pina colada girl. Kel's the margarita girl. And they were delicious. And the fact that you can blend them and then make them almost like an icy with it, it's like,
Yeah.
holy moly. Like I was like completely blown away.
Yeah, it's fun. And there's, like I said, there's 8 flavors. So there's variety. I drink different ones all day long, depending on my mood, you know, and like, this summer we were making pina coladas. Greg is a runner and it's really hot in Florida. And we were blending the pina colada with coconut water and frozen pineapple chunks and just like sitting out by our pool drinking these like huge hydration drinks. And yet we felt like we're like, God, feels like you're drinking a frozen pina colada that you'd order like at a tiki bar.
Yep.
And yet this is hydrating. He would come in from a run and it's like he'd drink it down and like this, you know, and he'd be like, God, I feel great. This tastes great. And it's just very satisfying. And so that's why with all of my products and my line, just like where the protein, you know, can make a cake or a waffle or whatever, it's like you feel satisfied. You can then stay devoted and you're kind of like crushing whatever that immediate craving is that you're having so that then you're like, cool, I got through another craving and like I'm good and that I got through another day and the days add up and now you're feeling success. So yeah,
I would agree. I think the proteins are what originally drew us to you.
Yeah.
It was, you know, in our days of doing reviews like crazy.
Yeah.
And I remember we reached out to you and you were like, yeah, I'll send you some stuff. And so I still remember you saying that you were in the grocery store and Greg was getting mad at you because he was like, come on. And you're like, no, but they're going to try the flavors.
I was in Costco. It was like our first fight. Like it was like one of our only fights. And like, I was waiting for you guys to do the, I wanted to see what you thought. I was waiting for the review and we were shopping and he was getting so angry at me because I was paying attention to you guys on my phone, crashing my cart into like the side of the thing, like check out and I paid it. But I really, you know, I care about, you know, I wanted to see the reviews and I I wanted you guys to give it an honest review. I was really excited. And my brand has been built on real people and real reviews. And I think that that's really important. Like so I was excited.
Yeah, and what's funny too is I think that we didn't like some other brands before yours. So it was you could really see that like, no, me and Kelly, like we can't hide our faces.
Yeah.
And when we were drinking and we're like, oh, this is so good. Like the angel food cake, like hands down is one of my favorites.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
And I know a bunch of our benchies, they actually wrote it in here with like, just tell her I love the brownie batter.
The brownie batter is a huge one that people love because it crushes that chocolate craving.
Yeah.
Oh, big time. That's big time for me. I'm a chocolate girl through and through. So like for me, if I didn't have brownie batter, I don't know where I'd be today because that's my go-to when I need chocolate.
Well, and you make so many things out of it. Like there's puddings, there's cakes, like there's waffles.
Yep. So. And all those recipes are on your website, which makes it really, really easy to go and find.
And I have a cookbook. I launched like a 300-page cookbook this year. I don't know if you guys saw that.
How did I miss that?
Yeah, Devotion has a cookbook. Oh my gosh, it's called Have Your Shake and Eat It Too.
Is it like?
Oh, I love that.
Is it on Amazon?
Yes, it's on Amazon. It's on TikTok Shop. It's on our website. We've got a hardcover. We've got a soft cover. I mean, this was a huge hit. I signed the first 500 and we sold out in 24 hours.
Holy shit.
And that was just the first 500. And then I left for Australia. Greg's brother lives there. So we went on a little trip to see his brother and we got in more and we sold all those. I mean, it was a huge hit. People love the cookbook because like it's not just on the website or your phone now, it's on your counter. So like people will mark up their book, they'll, put little sticky tabs in, they'll find their favorite recipe. Like it's a really great, and we have like shopping lists in there. We have pantry staples. We have like I said, like a shopping list, gadgets, things like that. So it's there's motivational quotes in there, like of my philosophy. It's just a really nice little, and then it also shows like the evolution of Devotion and kind of like years ago compared to what it looks like now.
That.
I just put it in my cart. So there you
go. That's
perfect.
I mean, it also gives people idea all the time. Like somebody will say, oh, I need overnight oats idea. Oh, I need another waffle idea. Or like, what should I prep this week? And it's like really nice because my own kids use it. Like Bijou will be like, Mom, I need a snack for school this week. And I say, go look in the Devotion cookbook, see if you find something. And then she'll find like brownies or blondies or whatever, and we'll make a batch, or she will. And it's fun. It's like something great for like everyone just to have like a Devotion little Bible on your counter.
When I love cookbooks because they're so much easier to like just keep it on like open. Like when it's my phone, like the screen goes black
for it. And
I have to like keep scrolling, ads pop up, and I'm like, son of a
And
God,
people would say like, oh, I'm so tired of just like screenshotting your recipes or going like saving them in social media, then forgetting. And so the cookbook was just a huge. I mean, we still sell tons of cookbook. We had ordered thousands more and they just sell all the time because when people are excited about the brand, it's like they're like, okay, now what I'm going to do with this. So now the cookbook is like the next tool that they have on hand to kind of inspire them. And as you guys know, the recipes, like if we have a waffle recipe, you can make it with angel food. You can make it with sinful cinnamon, caramel. So the recipes are actually like, even though there's 125 recipes, that's like times 6 flavors because you can make every recipe almost with every flavor, and we had launched we did a gingerbread just for this winter for fun. Like we just did a little seasonal protein flavor and you could make those recipes out of the gingerbread. So we've been busy over here.
Yeah, sounds like it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I still need to try the salted caramel cone.
Oh my gosh! I gotta put a little package together for you guys. I'll do that when we're off, and you guys could then do another little sampling. But I mean, the salted caramel, that was such a huge hit. That I think is now our number 1 seller.
Oh, I could see that. I could see that.
I love salted caramel, especially like with
anything
hot
salted.
chocolate. I love putting salted caramel in it.
Yeah.
So I wonder if we can blend your brownie batter. Oh, look at her face already.
We did, we've blended brownie batter with Sinful Cinnamon. We've done brownie batter with gingerbread. I mean, all of these where it was like a holiday. It tasted like a holiday, like a Mexican hot chocolate, and I put a little bit of
Oh.
cayenne. So it was that cinnamon chocolate with the cayenne. Oh my God! But and then you could blend the salted caramel and the brownie to make like a hot chocolate, because we do a hot caramel too. But yeah, like that's the fun thing about devotion. I mean, you can blend that. We've done one where you blend the angel food and the caramel to make like a vanilla caramel. Sky's the limit.
Oh yeah, because I even made pumpkin bread out of your stuff before.
Yes.
And my family had no idea. And then I got my brother in recording. I still have it of him eating it. And I go, what do you think is in it? And he goes, I don't know, flowers and stuff. And I was like, nope, it's protein.
Right? Flour, butter, sugar. It's like, no, guys, like it's actually not like none of the above.
Yep.
Yeah.
That
That recipe's in the cookbook. I have a couple banana cakes and muffins in our cookbook. And oh my God, that with the salted caramel cone. I now make my banana bread with the caramel, because the banana with the caramel, oh, it's so good. And the Sinful Cinnamon is so good with the banana muffins. Yeah.
We also have not tried since it swapped over to Sinful Cinnamon.
Oh my gosh. All right.
So
I owe you guys
It's been a while.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah, just put a little sampler together and we'll go on live and try all the things.
Do that.
Yeah. Yeah, because actually one of our questions was, are you going to make it says here, a banana bread flavor?
We've been working on it. I just tasted a handful of banana flavor. It's hard to nail. You want that banana you don't want it to be too artificial.
Yep.
Banana's hard. We had a Banana Foster's Flex flavor that was very good and people loved it. So we're trying to get something that's close, and whether it's a banana bread or Banana Foster's or, there are a lot of varieties of flavors of banana, like fresh banana, baked banana. Like there's like, how ripe is the banana? Like that's the thing when you think about flavors and picking flavors, it's kind of like anything with cherry or strawberry or blueberry. There are variations of where there could be a fresh strawberry, there could be a jammy strawberry, a candy strawberry. There's a lot of variations. So I've got to find the right ones when I'm doing the protein that really comes out just right to be able to hold the flavor when it bakes, and then also make that delicious pudding or ice cream. It sounds easy, but every time we do a flavor, it actually takes like a finessing to get to just that right. Caramel took a long time.
I'm sure. Well, and you're very particular too. Like I love how you will literally go, nope, this doesn't taste good. Keep going.
Yeah.
Like you told us that you guys had cups everywhere and we're just trying stuff and
and I'll say nope. And so it's a process, but then when it hits, you know it. And you're like, oh, that's 100%. So good. Yeah. And then we're like, okay, that's it. We have a new flavor launching this summer. I have not released what it is yet. We just are finishing the package design. Ooh. Another new protein. So I'll make sure I send it to you guys before we launch, and you guys can do a review of it.
Nice. Yeah, that was the next question, is there any new stuff coming? So there is this summer. That's exciting.
Another protein summer launch. We'll see if it's going to be forever or if it's going to be a limited edition. We'll see how people, I'm going to do it as a limited edition. And then if people love it, then maybe it'll stay in the line. We'll see how it goes.
What would be summery?
I know. That's the hard part, because you have so many things already that are you could use anytime. So it's
I'm like, what flavor?
Oh, it's gonna be good. You're gonna love it. It smells so good and it tastes good. I mean, I love it. I made a proffie out of it. I made a waffle out of it. I did an overnight oats. It checks all the boxes, and Devotion Protein has to check the boxes. It's got to make a great proffie. I mean, other than buttery blend, that's like a beast in itself. That's like that's a special. But meaning all the sweet flavors, it's got to make a great shake. It's got to make a pudding, a proffie. it's got to make a waffle and a pancake. It's got to be able to make, all the things so that it's not just like a one trick pony. It's got to be
Yeah, it needs to be completely
do it
devotional.
all.
Now, one of the other questions was, are you ever interested in doing a non-flavored protein?
I don't know, because I don't know what that would taste like, because plain protein is pretty gross.
Right?
And Devotion's known to not taste like protein. And
Yeah.
I don't know what flavor, like we did buttery blend because I was trying to cover up that protein taste.
Yeah.
Then I'm like, what would I cover it up with? Like, how do you flavor a non-flavor? What's a non-flavor?
Yeah,
And,
right?
and protein by itself is pretty gross tasting. Like, I've tasted the base of Devotion and it's disgusting. But then look, all
Yeah.
protein by itself
Yeah.
tastes like that dairy off, like you're like, ugh. But then, my parents' company is so good at flavoring things that we're able to cover that up and really smooth it out and make it where you're like, oh my God, this doesn't even taste like protein.
Yeah.
So that's what we're known for. So people asked you, would you do an unflavored? And I'm like, what the hell would you do with it? I don't even like, for what? To mix it into what? I wouldn't even know how to market it. Like,
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
Probably
I've
not.
only done unflavored collagen, which is also another question for you. Are you going to be doing any collagen lines?
That's something that I actually have collagen and Devotion samples in my drawer right now. We were thinking about doing that in maybe some coffee flavors, like doing like a hazelnut, a French vanilla, a caramel, something like that. So we're exploring that.
Okay.
We're exploring some clear proteins. We're exploring a bunch of cool things but like the R&D process takes a while, especially at the level that I like to do things at. I want it to really be amazing. So I'm not just going to like, okay, and then like come out with it. Like the collagen, I was like, I don't know if I'm sold on this yet. And then I kind of put it on the back burner when I had other fish to fry and things to do. But, also with collagen, like the research keeps going like this, whether it's legit or not, whether it really works or not, whether it's a placebo or we're just drinking it and it's kind of bullshit. And Lane Norton, BioLane, he did a whole thing where they did all this human research and it's like the collagen that we're drinking just isn't doing anything. And I'm like, okay, so it kind of turned me off to doing collagen, to be honest with you, which was what he presented all this research. And it was like, it's not doing anything for your hair and your nails. And like drinking it, it's like, it's going through you, but is it really being absorbed the way that skin, like all of it's going to really help? It's like a very markety product. So that was another reason why, like, I was all excited about it. And when he did that, I was like, I can't get behind a product that now I hear doesn't really work. Like I know my protein works because I've used it. I've built muscle with it. Like it's legit. It's third party tested. I know my protein is my protein and it's legit. Same thing with Hydroflex. Like I know that we have studies on why, you need the extra sodium to help absorb into the cells for better hydration than plain water. Like there's, you know what I mean? Vitamin C, B vitamins, like we know. So I can get behind that. But then when I start getting excited about something and then like the research is proving like maybe otherwise, it's hard for me to get excited because I don't want to sell snake oil to people.
Yeah, no.
No, legit.
No, please don't.
No?
Yeah. No, I would say that my personal experience with collagen, I've noticed a huge difference.
Okay.
Because I stopped taking it for a period of time and my hair was like,
I've been on the hunt for a good protein powder and collagen powder for a while now. And when I first tasted First Form, I was blown away. I am completely obsessed. Like, have a Profi every single day obsessed. So if you're looking for a new protein powder, definitely click the link below and see what options they have for you because I trust them completely.
Sunshines, I'm so excited to show you something completely different. Now, I have been using all these other apps to track my food, and I finally found one that I really enjoy, and I'm very excited to show you. So it's called ATE ATE app, and you just log in, you use our code OSLP24, and you're gonna get a discount. And then you can start just tracking your food. Like, it's really cool. You just take photos, you write how you felt during that time frame, you track your movement, and then now you actually get like a good understanding of how your day is going and what actually makes you feel good and what it doesn't. So go over to ADAP on your phone, download it, use our code OSLP 2024, and start using it now. Do you guys have a GNC near you? Because I have like 3 and I go to all of them because I love seeing all the different things, and they're so fun because they're so nice, and your girls have a code. What? That's a joke. Your girls have a link. So click a link and you'll go to their website. You might get a discount, you might get free shipping. Just really depends on what's going on at that time. So go ahead and click the link in our bio, and then you'll go on to GNC.
There was nothing there. And it was, and part of it is that I wasn't getting the protein. And so a lot of my hair fell out.
Okay.
But then as soon as I started taking it again, like it was growing like crazy.
Okay.
So, I mean, it could be the placebo effect. It could just be that I'm actually getting protein now. But I mean,
Protein, like with devotion, it's gonna do, like people have complimented, I'm almost 45, like my skin, my hair and my nails grow very quickly, but like I have consistently hit like 150 grams of protein a day. I take in a lot of devotion. I take in a lot of lean ground beef, chicken, so for me, I don't take any collagen. I don't. And I did for a while, and I noticed no difference because I was consistently taking all my other stuff. And then I would get the vital proteins, and I would go, I was really trying to get in the collagen, and even Greg did too. And then we were both like, are you noticing anything? And after 6, 7 tubs, we're both like, let's just stop wasting money on it. So we didn't, so I don't know, but that's just my experience. But again, so I don't know, but with the studies, I really have to in order to get behind it, I've got to see the studies that really prove that ingesting the collagen like that is really making a difference.
That's fair. Well, and that's what we love about you. You really want to get behind it, and you do look at the studies. You're not just flying blind and just putting your label on things.
Yeah.
Because we've seen, protein places that do that. We've tried them. They're not great. So, they are just marketing. They are just trying to make
one thing, and then you buy it and you're like, this is not this doesn't taste like what they say. It doesn't function how they say. I mean, I was pissed off. I was an affiliate for a protein company before I owned my own brand, and they used to send us recipes to make with their protein, and they wanted us to make content making the recipe with their protein.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, I'm going to test this recipe out before I make it, before I post it. And this is years ago. This is when it was you could only do 15-second things on Instagram. So they had to do.
Oh, wow.
And guys, I'm not kidding. It was just a whey isolate protein. Okay. And I tried to make their recipe. It was so dry. I had to reach into my own throat and pull it out because it was so dry that I was choking on it. It was like cardboard, and I was so upset. I threw it in the garbage, and I was like, oh my God. And it actually gave me anxiety because I was like, I cannot post this and ask people to make it and buy it when this is absolute garbage. I'm not going to do it. So I remember they would send me these recipes, or I'd be like, oh my God, this tastes like shit. I'm not buying. I'm not promoting this.
Yeah.
That's when I shied away from working with companies, and I'm like, I'm going to do my own thing. If you're going to make a pancake with a protein, you better be able to eat it, or a cake or whatever. This is not right. And to ask people to buy this huge tub of protein and to market it as though it bakes and it's just this dry piece of crap, this is terrible. So no. So it's really shitty of companies to do that to people.
Yeah. Well, and I like that you don't just say, oh, you can do this or market it by making a waffle or whatever. You guys literally eat this in your house all day.
All day.
Yeah. And we've been there. We've seen it.
Yeah. I remember your Flex flavor.
Oh, I
drawer.
love that thing.
That
So
was amazing.
Now I have a Hydroflex, organized setup where all my sticks are in these cute little clear organizers, and we do them in rainbow colors.
Oh
Yeah.
my
No,
gosh.
we really, oh my God, we really eat devotion all day, every day. Like,
Mhm.
and I love
It's
it. And and I have my kids eating it, and Greg eats it, and my mom eats it. I mean, we all do. And, um, you know, it, it's really like a passion of mine. So I love that when people do buy it, it's not like you're getting them to buy it and then you're like, oh, good. Okay, I made the sale and I'm going to go
yeah,
hide now while they chase
Right.
it down.
mhm.
No, I'm like, cool. Like, what did you think? Like, I can't wait. Like, I loved watching you guys do the review because I'm like, okay, like, let me see what they think. Like, I'm not cowering behind a curtain now, like, scared what you're going to think. It's like, I'm so proud of the product that I
Mhm.
brought to market that I'm excited to see people's reactions because I feel like this could change your life. Like, if right
Mhm.
now you're struggling to get in your protein, or you're just really missing desserts and you've got a sweet tooth, I'm excited that I'm like, I've got something for you,
Yeah.
you know? And I want to
Yeah.
help you because at night when you're having your craving, rather than going to a sleeve of cookies or a tub of ice cream, I want you to make a devotion ice cream or a mug cake or a cookie or air fryer cookie and feel satisfied and then be like, oh my God, I got in my protein. I didn't ingest 500 calories from a sleeve of cookie. Like I'm actually like, helping myself and I'm heading towards my goal and I'm being successful. And that's I get excited for people to do that. And they tell
Yeah.
me the stories like, this is how it's helping me. It's been a game changer and I love it.
Yeah. Anytime we mention devotion, it's like cannot say enough good things about it.
Oh,
And we have this one girl, she actually went to Disneyland with us when we did our meetup, Katie, and she loves your products.
oh,
Loves them. Every time we're on live, if we mention them, she's like, oh yeah, I've tried this with devotion. Oh, I make this with devotion.
that's
And it's
awesome.
really cute. Yeah.
And she's the one that actually did ask about the collagen. And then
Yeah.
she also wants to know, are you looking into red velvet? We hear lots of people are wanting red velvet right now.
Red velvet. Hey, you never know. That could be a fun holiday one too. Red velvet's
Mhm.
kind of like a fun. Yeah, we could look into it. I've always though heard about red velvet that it's like a chocolate flavor with red food coloring. So that's why I was like, what would be that flavor profile,
It's
right?
got like a deeper chocolate flavor.
It's like richer.
Yeah, it's like richer than a
Richer?
regular
Okay.
chocolate. Yeah. I'm
We
trying
could
to
do
like,
it. I would do a red velvet hot cocoa. Like, wouldn't that be amazing?
that'd be really good.
Yeah,
I
see,
might
yeah,
tell the lab
definitely
about
do like seasonal with it. I think
Yeah.
that would be fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a good idea. I like that idea. Red velvet hot cocoa
go
or
Katie.
like a protein plus you can make hot cocoa with it or something like that. I like that idea. You know what? I'm going to reach out to the lab and see what they
Ooh.
can whip up. No, I
Yeah.
like that because red velvet is something that comes up and I always was like, I don't know, like how do you do a red velvet? But you know what? That's what my parents' company is known for is busting out the best flavors. So it's like,
Yeah.
well, let's give it a try. You
Yeah.
never know.
Yeah. I mean, you could not do it, but you could come across a really cool flavor.
Yes.
It's not exactly brownie batter,
Right.
and it's maybe just a little bit.
A tweak on some. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
That's a good idea. I like that
Too
idea.
bad Valentine's Day is already over.
That's all right. I mean, by the time that we do it, we probably roll it out from like fall till like next March. And so it would cover next year,
Oh, there you go.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that makes sense.
Yeah.
So Netta wants to know,
Yes.
are you considering any non-soy or non-whey? Like doing
Okay,
a
so
plant-based.
Devotion doesn't have any soy in it. Devotion, when you go to the frequently asked questions, it'll give the exact, in the micellar casein, it's like there's a soy lecithin and it is like less than 0.0. It's like it's so tiny that even somebody who's allergic to soy can have it. It's like not. So there's no soy protein in Devotion. Devotion is just a high quality whey isolate and 80% and a micellar casein. That's it. And the casein is basically from like the same as cottage cheese. That's what curds and whey. And then the the casein part is the cottage cheese. The cottage cheese is thick and everybody's baking with it now. That's casein. That's what's in Devotion. So the curds and the whey and that's why we can bake with Devotion. So
Oh,
yes, like if you ever like Little Miss Muffet sat on her tuffet eating her turds and
Turds
whey,
and whey,
she's
yep.
eating her cottage cheese, and cottage cheese is curds and whey. And so, but with devotion, it's more whey than the casein,
Okay.
because the thick part, because you can still drink it, but the thick part does make it so that you can make a pudding and you can bake with it and hold the moisture.
Okay.
So that's the secret blend behind devotion, but there's no soy protein in it. You know, and will I ever do a non-dairy? I don't know. If the brand gets big enough, like, and I have enough money to like do other SKUs, I'd have to play around with a plant-based and see if I could keep up Devotion's reputation. I don't know that they've ever done like a really good plant-based with like to bake and all of that. And the other thing is I don't love the amino profile breakdown of a plant-based protein. It's not complete. So then you have to add you have to add amino acids to it. And to be honest, like, you know, Devotion has the complete amino acids. It's all the essentials are in there and it's complete. Would I want to start messing with that? Maybe, I don't know. Like, I know that there's some people that just can't do dairy, but are there enough that it would be a big enough segment for me? And then how many flavors would I be able to do in it? And what flavor? Just maybe a vanilla and a chocolate? I don't know. So right now, Devotion is just going to stay what it is. And if everybody wants to help blow up the company big enough that I can afford to do a plant-based, great. But until then, I can't afford to do all that.
It
Makes
sounds
sense.
like a plant-based is like way more complicated to do.
Well, because it's not a complete protein, and people are drinking protein to get protein. So then when they do plant-based, they've got to add all the missing amino acids because it's not a complete protein, you know? It's like saying, "Oh, I eat spinach or I eat a steak." It's like, okay, which one's going to give you more protein to build muscles? Like, how much spinach do you have to eat in order to get enough protein? It's plant. But when you're eating a steak, you're getting pure meat from amino acids. It's protein. So it's, you can't even compare the two.
Yeah. No, I'm with you on that. Plus, I've never had a good plant-based protein.
We haven't yet.
Smell, they're gross. Like, yeah. So when people, we once, for my daughter, she was having stomach issues. We went to a doctor and, he didn't know I owned a protein company, but he was like, "Hey, I have this protein that she should do." It was a pea protein. And so I bought it because I was like, all right, let's see if this helps Bijou's stomach. Like, okay, I'm here for it. So we brought it home and Bijou was like, "Mom, make me a shake how you make the Devotion shake then. Like, I'll just take the same thing, but just make it Devotion. Just make it in the pea." So she's like, "Make me the same thing." I blended up this pea protein. Bijou spit it into the sink. She was like, "Mom, I'm not drinking this. Like, no way. That is not like Devotion." And I was just like, "Well, that's a pea protein." And she was like, "Well, it's awful, and I'm never drinking that again." So the tub sat there for a while, and then I finally threw it out because it's just. And that's the thing. If you don't love what you're drinking, then it's just a waste, and you're not going to drink it anyway.
Oh yeah, like I cleaned my kitchen. And in my Wonder Woman like cookie jar, I had some protein flavors, and it's been there for like a few years. Like it was still full.
You're not gonna reach for it if you're hungry. You're like, "Oh, that sounds amazing." Like, no, you're not. Like it seems very nice at the time, or you could be sent free protein, but like. Kelly and I, just for fun, will order other protein brands out on the market, like our competitors. And I bought a variety box from a competitor, and it's still sitting in it every time I try to make it because I'm like just curious. I'll blend, and I'm like, "Oh my God!" And like I'm like, "This is awful." Like even if I didn't own Devotion, but I like bought this, I would not reach for this. I would not reach for this. I just wouldn't. Like I just find it not appealing. It tastes gross. It's watery. It's just not my thing. And so.
It's always watery. Why is that? It's so frustrating.
So watery. And I just think it's, So I developed what I want to eat. So that's what Devotion is. It's like, I wanted if I made a shake, it tastes like a freaking milkshake. I wanted it to be where I'm like, this is delicious. And I look forward to it. So if you're a person who, comes home and you're like, "Oh, I want to blend up a shake," like Bodhi will only drink shakes. He won't do the baked stuff. The
Okay.
girls, they love shakes, but they love my banana cake. They love the brownies. They love, so it's like I can use one tub and make something for everybody. And Bodhi drinks it and it tastes like a milkshake. He's so picky. It's annoying. But like he'll drink salted caramel and banana, a brownie batter with a banana, and he loves like a chocolate banana shake. It's his favorite. And, for a picky kid, my God, he takes it down like it's a milkshake from a milkshake shop or from, like a Wendy's Frosty,
There you go.
Yeah. I was trying to think of like, what's a delicious, like a Wendy's, right? Like he loves it. So
yeah, I don't even like milkshakes, so I couldn't name one either.
Well, and I can attest to that because I have always bought yogurt and then it just sits in my fridge. I had never reached for it. Like the intention was there of like, I'm going to get this yogurt. It's got high protein. I know it's going to taste okay. I'm going to get it. And then I would never do it. We found Kodiak made protein granola.
Yep.
Okay.
And it's cookie butter. And so I put a scoop of that in my yogurt. I literally have yogurt every single day.
You found a way that you can enjoy it.
Exactly.
Great.
And I reach for it. And so it's like, that's what you got to find. You got to find your product that you're going to reach for. Don't waste your money on things that you're not going to reach for because it's just.
Which is why it's wishful thinking that we sell trial packs because, I mean, really it's so nice because you want to find out, like you want to taste something, test it out in this trial size and know like, am I going to really use this? And, having like the packets and then trying it a few different ways because there's some people who are like, I never make a shake. Like for me, I never make shakes, but yet, like I said, my son asks for shakes all the time. He loves a shake. And yet I love putting over my, I've been on an overnight oats kick. I've been eating overnight oats like every morning. And you guys know, I mean, I come up with different ways to make devotion all day. I do, putting over my oatmeal. I make my protein fluff. I love proffies. So it's like when you find the way that you use it best, that's when you'll be excited and motivated to actually like use the product. And if
you're going to hit your
you
goals.
love the way it tastes and you look forward to it, it's like,
exactly.
Yep.
So the last question, and I saved it for last on purpose because they want to know two things. One, are you going to be at JBY? And I didn't answer them yet.
Okay.
And then two, are you going to be putting anything in the swag bag? So I wanted to talk to you about that and let them know that you are coming.
Yes, we're going to be there. I'm really excited. I know that I've heard some great things through the years that you guys have done some really fun events and I'm like honored to be there this year and we're going to be doing mocktails for everyone, which I think will be really fun. I know that at events, there are lots of people who prefer to have it be a dry thing for them.
Yeah.
And I think that it's a really nice option that they can still feel like they can get a fun mocktail and, be with the whole thing and not feel like they, need to be drinking. And that's a nice option for people. So I was excited that you guys thought of that you want, to incorporate the Hydroflex and devotion. And I'm really excited. Kelly and I are gonna come and be a part of it. And I think it'll
and we talked to the venue and they love it. And you are more than welcome to be there, do all the things. They have a bunch of stuff for us, which I'll tell you offline. Yep. So it's very, very cool.
And swag bags, yes. I'm happy to put everything in the swag bags. I mean, we can put protein, we can put Hydroflex, we can do a fun sticker. We can do, I talked to you about putting like a whole fun thing together for everybody. So the swag bags. I know that like going to an event, like the swag bag is a really important thing. Like people love it. And so I always try to go extra and have it where devotion includes fun, like a lot of fun stuff in the swag bag so people can try. So we'll probably put like extra Hydroflex sticks for everyone and a couple protein packets. And so we'll definitely have everybody walking away with some goodies from devotion.
Yeah, gonna hook everybody up.
You heard it from her. She will literally be there and she will have her stuff in the swag bag because they were very particular about samples of protein.
Yes.
But they love you. It's so
guys
cute.
can help me pick out what flavors you want us to sample. Like you could even do a thing. What samples do you want in the swag bag? You could maybe do a poll on your,
Oh yeah, that would be
know,
fun.
because I can do whatever you want. So if you do a poll and brownie and caramel are the two highest ones suggested, or angel and butter or whatever, I don't know. So you guys can pick, sinful cinnamon or what, and then we can and then same thing with Hydroflex. We could do it where we put in a few sticks for everybody, and we can do a poll of the flavors of those, and it'll be like you guys want this, you got it, and devotion, the people have spoken, and then we'll put them in
I love that.
Yeah, we can post that, and we'll have
Mhm.
everybody join in. I think that's one thing that we love about JBY is that it is so collaborative.
Yeah.
Like everybody's helping, everybody wants to be there and show up for each other, and it's just such a nice environment.
Mm-hmm.
And then this is just another way of getting them involved in JBY and to celebrate, because we have the Rising Star video, which is Kelly's baby, and that it means so much to them. And then the fact that we can do some polls and even get them more interactive, I think that's going to be so much
and
fun.
make it feel like they contributed to what's in the swag bag. Like it's not just we threw in whatever. It's like, no, you guys spoke, like you want chocolate, you want caramel. Okay. That's what's fun. People love it when they're involved in, their voices are heard.
Yes, for sure. And I was going to touch back on the mocktail. You were saying that it's nice when people can still feel included, but not have to feel the pressure of drinking alcohol. And I felt like that at BME because it was a dry event.
Yeah.
But I had my margarita in my hand and I didn't feel like I was giving up anything.
Yeah.
Right.
I still felt like it was still super fun. I almost felt like I was drunk because it was just so much fun.
Yeah.
And the little loopy drunk.
High on endorphins. Everybody was having such a good time. When you're surrounded by people there's so excited to be there. The energy's high. Everybody's having a good time. It's like the drink is just a fun bonus that it's a social thing. It's just a fun.
It is.
Yeah.
It really is.
Oh yeah, because I didn't feel left out when I was having my pina colada. I just felt involved, and it felt nice to just not have alcohol, to be honest with you.
Just waiting lines at the bar. People kept going up, getting their drinks, coming back for more. They're like, oh, this is delicious. And then they're like, next time I'm going to try the other one. Oh, I'm going to go try this one. It's really fun. And that's why we're excited to do it. Because we'll offer, we'll come up with how many we're going to be able to flavors we'll be able to offer, and they'll be fun because people can keep trying different ones all night, and and variety is fun, and then you can keep going. You don't have to worry that you can't drive home.
Right? Yeah, exactly.
You won't be hungover in the morning.
You'll feel great. You'll be hydrated.
Yes. Yeah. And I was gonna say that forgot. I had it in my head.
All right.
Well, I just want to mention that, remember guys, we are doing the show every other year. So if you do not go to the show April 12th of 2025, there will not be another one until April of 2027. So it's very important for you to be here because we have so much interaction happening at the show. We have a whole whiteboard behind the screen, and it is filled with how the run of show is going to go and how much interaction's happening. So there's so much interaction in your seat. Just know that we're going to be having lots of fun.
I can't wait. I'm so proud of you guys for doing this. Seriously, it's a big undertaking. I'm impressed that you guys, look, I've seen a lot of the feedback, and the website looks beautiful and everything, and the pictures from the past, and everybody who's been has always said great things, and so it's exciting to be a part of it, and I'm glad that I'm able to come this year because I didn't know that it was every other year. So
yes, every other year, because it is such an undertaking.
Yes, it is. It takes up a lot of time to do this.
Yeah, and we wanted to be really kind to the community to where there's so many events, so we don't want to take up one every single year too, and we want new blood, we want new people, and it was just such a it was Kelly's idea, and she was nervous to tell me, and when she did, I was like, oh my God, yes. Like,
Yeah,
it was like
oh,
instant.
okay. Cool.
Like, I was feeling it too.
Because I was like, we can't do this every 8 months. Like, it was literally like, get done with one and already start planning the
I
next
was
one.
thinking in my head, like it's like by the time you're done, you're already like ugh.
Yeah, we got like 2 months off, and then it was like
Right back
You
in.
guys have a lot of details. I mean, you guys have a lot. There's a lot of moving parts to this.
Yes,
You have a lot
there
of
are.
really cool people flying in for it
Mhm.
and arrangements and all that. And oh my gosh.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a lot, but
So much
it's so much fun on the day. And I was gonna say, for people that didn't go last year or year before last, the last one, they actually said that they got huge FOMO because they were watching the live stream from home thinking I should have gone.
Yep, and we will still have the live stream again.
Yes.
It is going to be, and it is free for everyone. So
Yes.
that's what's cool, is that SABP paid for the live stream. So
Mhm.
everybody can watch from home. You can literally send a link to whoever you want.
Yep.
We know a lot of nominees gave it to their parents and family, and they got to sit at home and watch them go
Mhm.
across the screen. And it's so
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah, it
and
was
like
really
the
fun.
pink carpet, we have it live as well. So you get interviewed on the pink carpet.
Yep.
I
This year
love
by Shar,
By
BSG
Shar.
bestie. So
She's so fun.
Yeah.
So this one's
So how does everybody dress? Is it like black tie?
pretty much, it's you can wear whatever you want. Like, that's the whole name of the game, right? Just be you. But most people go in like gowns. Think like prom, black tie, stuff like that. Like,
Right.
wear something fun and that you absolutely love wearing.
I
So,
love that. Yeah, I saw on the thing most people dress up. I mean, it's a big, it's a fun, fancy event. I think
yeah.
that
Well, yeah. And
Yeah.
we're
Good
learning more and more that some people never went to prom. Some people only got married at the Justice of the Peace, so they are actually never got a wedding day. So some of these people are bringing like their spouses so they can both dress up and go. So it's really cute.
Oh, that's so nice.
Yeah, it's really fun. It's really fun watching everybody just beam because they're so excited to like actually be able to dress up the way they want to dress up and have a good time and not have to worry about their weight or what they're eating. Like, it's a nice night to just celebrate.
Yeah.
See you.
Yeah. Oh, well, thanks for having devotion there or wanting us to be a part of it. I think
Of
that's
course.
really special. It's going to be a lot of fun, and we're going to contribute as much as we can to make it a special night for everyone.
Well, and we appreciate you for contributing and coming out. And I know it's it's a huge undertaking for you too. And it takes, your time and effort, but we really appreciate it because the community loves you. So.
Well, yeah, no, it's fun. I love meeting people in person now that, devotion's more like recognized. It's fun because I constantly get approached with people and their stories about how now devotion has helped them and how they're using it and how, and they're like, oh, I watch your videos. I mean, and it happens to me now because of, I think, TikTok and how all of that, took off. It's, to me, it's like, I mean, I don't care about being recognized, but I love the stories I get when somebody recognizes me and they come up and they're like, I use your, I mean, it just happened this morning at a class I went to take in town, a workout class. And a woman came up to me and she goes, I just have to tell you, I ran out of devotion and I was trying to save some money. So I went and I bought this other brand and oh my God, it tore up my stomach. And so I went and I bought devotion. I'm never changing again. And I felt like I needed to like come clean with you. And I was, but she's like, I love your stuff and it's so good. And she's like, I got it. And I'm like, so happy. And it's like all these funny little things that happen or people who come up to me and they just like, tell me how it's changed their life or how it's been a game changer. And it's fun now to meet the people in person. You know how like on social media, you'll see the comments, but like, you don't know really who's, like, will this be a screen name? And you're like, oh, thanks, Tina. And whatever. But like, when you're at events and people come up and they'll say like, I'm Tina. And you're like, oh my gosh, that's so fun. Right. It's so different. It's
we have one. It's Anna because she has so
Anna
many
Banana.
A's at the end. Yep. So when we met her in person, we literally did that to her.
Yeah.
It was so
you
cute.
keep seeing these same people that are like so, loyal to your, your brand or your page or whatever. And then finally they approach you and it's like it's like you're meeting a friend that you've had, but like you didn't really, it's like you haven't really connected in person. So I love it. I think that's a
Yeah.
fun.
Internet friends are the best.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they are. They really are.
Yep.
All
So,
right. Well, thank you so much for being on. We really appreciate you taking the time and like really going over like why devotion is like a favorite product in this community, and the flex flavor or the Hydroflex.
Yep.
She has flex
the
flavors.
protein, and like giving us a little bit of insider of what's coming out. Love that. Hopefully we'll see the red velvet come around because
love that.
would
I'm
be
going to go
delicious.
make a note right now. So, and then ladies, you're on my podcast next week, and I can't wait to introduce you to, all the Until It's Done followers. So that'll be
Yes.
fun.
That'll be
Yeah,
so
that'll
good.
be really fun. So
Yeah.
I'm really looking forward to that.
Me too.
All right. So we will see you next week, Dana.
Yes.
And to the rest of you, we love you, and we will see you next time. Bye.
Nice.
All
That was
right.
great.
That was really great. Yeah.
Really good. And maybe a new flavor.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah.